All right, welcome back to Radio Row, live in New Orleans, Louisiana for Super Bowl 59. We got our next guest on the show, L.A. Roberts. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good, doing good. So what brings you to Radio Row this week?
I'm a speaker, I'm a radio personality, and I'm looking to work with NFL players to help tell their stories.
Okay, okay. Which is powerful. I think if you tell your story, nobody else can tell it for you.
And you need to be the one to write it.
Right.
Don't get nobody else to pen.
Right, right. I hear you. I hear you. Everybody's let me before we get into the interview part. Everybody's been talking about this jacket. Uh, show that real quick. Yeah.
My jacket, yes.
And you're
Yes.
you're not from LA.
I'm absolutely not from LA. LA is my name. I'm LA Roberts. I'm from Chicago, but I live in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. So wow, you've been a little bit around.
You
So
don't say it like
not
that.
not
What
like
you
that. I
say?
mean, living in different places is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it like
You
that.
don't say it, yes. You've been around.
I like that. I like that. I mean, you lived in different places. Let me
That
rephrase
was
that.
only three. That was
Let
only
me,
three.
you rephrase that. All right. So talk about legacy unlocked beyond the game.
Well, you know what? When football players retire,
Mhm.
after the locker rooms close, the lights go off and the applause stop. They don't necessarily know what's next.
Yeah.
And so telling their story, how they made it, what they're doing now, and things like that, I want to help them understand that their journey did not stop when the ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
And so just being able to tell them and to help them expose themselves in another way. They have gifts. Everybody has a gift,
Right.
right? And
Right.
sometimes you hold on to the gift that is only there for you in the moment.
Yeah.
But once you transition, because everything changes, things are changed,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everything changes at one time or another. And so just helping them get to themselves. And I love helping people tell stories. And I say, you know what? I'm going to take it to the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with that because there's a lot of athletes that a lot of times, they play during their career, they retire. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they're even still around. So I think that's a powerful thing to do. And you're a three-time international best-selling author. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Actually, it's four now.
Four. Okay. Okay. What's the fourth one? What's the first to the fourth? We don't know.
You want all of them? You have to go to larobertspeaks.com. They are all listed there.
Give us one.
Against All Odds
Okay.
with Lisa Nichols. It is actually my first anthology, and it came out in July of 2024. And I actually was on tour all year last year. And so this is my first stop in 2025 as far as getting out. I took a couple of months off, and
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. But it's a great book. It's about 28 to 30 authors. Against All Odds is amazing. It hit number one quickly.
Yeah.
And so, go and look for it. Go to my website. You can order it. I will send it to you and autograph it for you. See, that's what you want. You want the John Hancock because when things get hard out here in these streets, you can sell it on eBay. Okay.
Because it's hard out here.
No, it's not. It's really not hard for Pep. It's not. It's not hard at all. They out here lying to the people. It's hard for who they got the money from. But we're not gonna talk about that. They got stories too. I can help you too.
Yeah. If you want your story told, they need to come to you. Is that right?
Yes. If you want your story so correctly,
Okay.
with detail and passion, I love to see the spark in people's eyes when they realize that they survived that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times we go through experiences and we push it to the back, right? We
Right.
push it to the back. We pretend as if it didn't happen until it's opened up. But you got to be healed first,
Yeah. True.
because you can't tell your story and bleed on other people
Right.
and expect to help them. So you have to be healed. You have to be willing to move forward, and a weight will come off of you like never before.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to do it. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard.
Yeah. And we interviewed someone previously, and they talked about telling our story. And sometimes we don't do that as a culture. Sometimes we say, "Don't talk about this. Don't let this out." But that story can help somebody else, right?
Yes, and unfortunately, that is the thing. What goes on in this house, stay in this house.
Yeah.
No, it needs to be outside.
Yeah.
We need to talk about this. We need to heal from it so that
Right.
we can stop generational curses and we can
True.
break chains, right?
True. Right.
So all of that, we need to stop.
Yeah.
We need to stop. It's a lot of things as a culture that we have to stop doing so that we can move forward together
Yeah.
instead of being still. But sometimes it's more comfortable to stay still.
Yeah, that's true. It is more comfortable because you're not moving, you're not progressing, you're not going to the next level that you need to go to.
Absolutely. And you need to move. There's so many things in life. There's so many places to go. There's so many things to do.
Right.
And we stuck.
Right.
Well, I'm not. I'm not stuck.
Yeah.
They stuck. I'm here to get you unstuck.
So talk about the business of legacy. I like that. I like how that sounds, rolls off the tongue.
The business of legacy?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It is exactly what it is. It's pulling the next generation up. And you don't have to, people say, well, I have a legacy. They think about when they die. You can be a living legend.
Right.
Yes. You can be a living legend. You can actually tell the stories. You can actually help people while you are still breathing. You don't have to wait to not hear the stories of how good you did in life. Right. You can do it right now and then help other people. So your legacy is, who do you want to be remembered as? Who do you want to be introduced as on the stage when people call your name? Right. Do you want to be, oh, well, here he come? Or do you want to be, here he come? Like, do you want to help people live a better life? Or do you want to just be stagnant? It's all up to you. I don't push anybody to do anything. Yeah. Right? But we need to do more. We do need to do more. And you got to know that you're important. And a lot of people don't know that until they get told. Right.
And that's the first step, really. And I think I'm a parent. I'm not sure if you're a parent, but
no, children are not my ministry yet.
But as a parent, we have to instill that in our kids. Like, you are important. You're able to do what that desire is, as long as you put your best foot forward, as long as you put your all into it and you're dedicated to it. And I think that's really where it starts. That's kind of the bottom level.
You said the bottom?
Yeah, like to get your kid to believe.
The foundation. Yeah, foundation. That's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Okay. I was about to say there's nothing bottom about that. But yes, the foundation and instilling that in your children. But you know what? You tell your kids, I had to do this, right, but be transparent about the conversation, right, because sometimes we leave out the important stuff, right, because we're embarrassed by it. It's right. Time out for being embarrassed. Yeah. You are who you are. Right. Live on it, stand on your power, and yeah. move on, right? Right? But tell the truth. Right. There's too many people out here lying.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So I see on your jacket you have I Inspire Global. Talk about that.
I Inspire Global, where ordinary people with extraordinary stories change the world. Yeah. It all marries together, right? A lot of people think that you have to have 1 million followers on Instagram or you got to know all these people. That's not true. Mm-hmm. It's the ordinary people with these extraordinary stories that change the world. Yeah. Yes, were they football players? They absolutely were. Are they now? No. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know about them. Right. Or, are you a mother that are putting all your children through school? You're important. That's an extraordinary story. How did you do that? Right. So that's my brand, and I help people step out. I honor people in the community. I help people find their voices. I put people on stages. I have breast cancer events. I do all of that because it's important. Yeah. But I Inspire Global, meaning around the world.
Yeah, yeah. And we have L.A. Roberts sitting down with us here on Radio Row. Obviously, we know the Super Bowl is here, the Chiefs and the Eagles. Who's your pick? Give us your take.
Eagle.
Eagle.
I said that. Eagle. You know what? The Eagles. No, in all sincerity, we were on the field last night. That was an amazing experience. Being on the field as a media and, being so close to them and being able to interview the players was absolutely amazing. But the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I will say I did interview a lot of the Chiefs, and I congratulated them babies, and I said, welcome. And I still like y'all. But this might not be your year. But there's always next year. You're going to have a story. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
you see how I flipped that?
Yeah, I see how you tied it all together. Yeah,
I see what you're doing. That's what you do. Yeah. But the Eagles. My pastor is a diehard Eagle fan. It's something about the Eagles this year. I don't know. Yeah. And the opening night, the energy when they came out was like amazing. Yeah. It was amazing, and you can feel it in the room. So I'm going for them on Sunday. Okay. Who are you going for?
Really neither. I'm just watching for entertainment. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I knew. Yeah, bless my heart. Yeah, you're right.
You know what? No. But my mama Paula, she's a diehard
Cowboys fan?
yes.
Wow.
I almost couldn't get it out. Almost couldn't get out. But I will tell you, I'm Chicago through and through.
Okay.
It could be the Chicago Ladybugs, and I'm gonna root hard for you, okay? But I'm Chicago through and through. So the Bears can do anything they want to. I'm still gonna
still
be
go
Bears.
rock with them.
Yeah, I'm
That's
still
a true
gonna rock
fan.
with them. Right.
That's a true fan.
You're right, and that's who I am. I'm true through and through.
Yeah. So you're here all week on Radio Row, right?
I am here. Listen, it's hard out here. Let me tell y'all, it's a lot going on here on Radio Row. My feet hurt right now. And he asked me about tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing in a couple of hours. He's trying to make me right. He's trying to make me dedicate myself to be out here hustling and bustling for the rest of the week. Let's get through the day, sir.
I hear you. So where can everybody find you, follow you? How can they work with you?
So you can go to larobertspeaks.com. Okay. A performer I saw one time, she said you can follow me everywhere but home. So you can go to all social media platforms. I'm LA Roberts. If you see somebody that does not look like me, it's a fraud. Keep looking, okay? But I will pop. It's not me. Okay, keep on looking. But it's LA Roberts, y'all. larobertspeaks.com. You can find me if you want to work with me. Go to the contact me page, fill out the form. Somebody on my team is getting back in contact with you, and we can wrap it from there.
Awesome. What do you have coming up in the future?
Woo-hoo. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I have a retreat actually in Atlanta called Relax, Release, and Breathe. That's March 21st through the 23rd. I have I Inspire Global Honors on September the 20th in Atlanta. I Inspire Global Voices on October 25th. Let's go back a little bit. May 10th in Augusta, Georgia, I have If My Girls Could Talk. It's a breast cancer awareness event, and I'm also going to be celebrating mothers. So those are 4 major events that I'm working on now. Everything is set in stone. And so if you want to know more about it, follow me on social media, and then you can go ahead and come down, get your tickets, because I'm going to guarantee you that it's going to be the bomb and it's going to sell out.
All right. Well, make sure to follow LA Roberts.
Anywhere but home.
Right. Also, make sure to be on top of everything that she has coming out. Last question, Atlanta or Chicago? Where would you want to live more, Atlanta or Chicago?
Atlanta. Okay. I grew up in Chicago. I love Chicago. I love it to visit, but the winters are rude and disrespectful.
That's facts.
It's rude and disrespectful. Yeah. I only visit between certain months, and it's the hawk. That wind come up.
Yeah, that's real old school. When that hawk come out, there's some problems. There's some problems. But thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. This is probably one of the best interviews today. So thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right.